Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Tuesday, October 17th, Major League Baseball playoffs. One game for us today. Diamondbacks going back at it against the Phillies. Phillies take game one, 5-3 after getting up 5-0. I'm going to tell you right now, the Diamondbacks will never surrender. So a lot of teams, if they get down 5-0 or something like that, fifth inning, they're just basically going to lay down and die. That is not the way the Diamondbacks have played all season long. They are comeback craziness. They always turn a 5-run game into, it seems like, a 2-run game or a game where they maybe have a chance to take the lead. That's just the way they've played all year. Scrappy is the best word you can. They just don't die. So if you're the Phillies, you can't just tack on 5 and kind of cruise. You need to continually put up runs against this team and break their spirit. So just cruising to a 5-0 lead doesn't mean you're going to hold it, especially with that bullpen. You can't bank on that bullpen to shut anybody out, let alone the Diamondbacks who come back all the time to make things interesting. So just a little heads up on that. Now, getting into game two, Aaron Nola, Merrill Kelly. So, Nola, if this is a regular season game, I'd be taking the Diamondbacks here all day long. But there is something to be said about Aaron Nola in the playoffs, kind of like Zach Wheeler in the playoffs. Although Zach Wheeler, the last 2 times out, has given up a bomb to make things interesting on his way out, third time through the lineup. Aaron Nola hasn't had that problem so far. Aaron Nola, for some reason, in the postseason is dynamic. In the regular season, he throws the ball all over God's green earth. Merrill Kelly, innings eater, great number 2, 3 for a pitching staff. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss, and as we saw last night, if you can't get swing and miss on the Phillies, they're going to make it a rough day, especially the left-handed parts of that lineup with Schwarber, Harper, and the rest of them they bring up. So the question is I don't think you're going to beat the Phillies in Philadelphia. Now, I think you could extend this series to 6-7. I really do, which would be a fantastic, I think would be a mark of a great series for the Diamondbacks that they didn't lay down. But I just do not think you're winning game 2 here in Philly. They're like 16-1 now, their last 17 postseason games in Philadelphia. They do not lose there. When they do, it's because somebody broke their spirit, got them down big, right? But they just don't lose there otherwise. So we are going to take the Phillies, even though at $1.60 favorite, which is kind of big in the postseason. We are going to take the Phillies today. So Phillies, we'll give you a rundown of the bets. Phillies money line, -1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run lines. The only thing here on the run lines is, like I said, Philly could be up 5-0 and somehow end up being 5-3, or it could be like 6-0 and 6-4. I can see this all day with this team. So the 2.5 and 3.5, don't know if those particular ones are going to hit. But we are going to put them in there just because the juice is nice. And obviously, it's a lower amount in order to get big pay. So, Phillies money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Phillies over 4.5 team total. Normally, it's been 3.5. But it is plus money at the 4.5. I just think they're seeing what they saw out of Gallen. Now, Kelly has pitched better, in my opinion, than Gallen in the postseason. But Gallen's got more swing and miss stuff, but couldn't get anybody to swing and miss last night. So we will take the Phillies over the 4.5 team total. The Diamondbacks under the 3.5 team total. Phillies -0.5 a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. If the D-backs want to win this game, they need to get out of the chute and get out of the chute early. I just don't know if that's feasible for them on there. The Phillies tend to pour it on from the word go. So, like I said, Phillies -0.5 a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Merrill Kelly under 4.5 strikeouts and over 1.5 earned runs. His out prop was at 13.5. We don't like that. We think there's going to probably be a pretty quick hook on him. So they're going to need to get to 2 runs in the same inning because I don't know if he's going to be around for another if they score. Aaron Nola, over 5.5 strikeouts, over 15.5 outs, and under 1.5 earned runs. And then we're going to get to Harper, Schwarber, Turner, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. We're taking the two lefties and the hottest hitter in the postseason, Trey Turner. Harper and Schwarber over half a total base. Turner over 1.5 total bases. Harper, Schwarber, Turner double. Harper, Schwarber, Turner home run. So like I said, I just think it's one of those things. It's just they're at home. That crowd is ridiculous. It's like a college football crowd for a baseball game. Awesome. They're into every pitch. They're into every at-bat. Doesn't matter if the Phillies are up 5-0 or down 5-0. They're into that game. So, like I said, that's the reason why we like the Phillies. If they were playing, when they play in Arizona, I think you're going to see that the tides flip a little bit. It becomes more of a real baseball game rather than so much high riding in Phillies ballpark. So we'll go through the bets one more time for you. Phillies money line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Phillies over the 4.5 team total. Diamondbacks under the 3.5 team total. Phillies -0.5 a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Merrick Kelly under 4.5 strikeouts and over 1.5 earned runs. Aaron Nola over 5.5 strikeouts, over 15.5 outs, and under 1.5 earned runs. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Then we've got Harper and Schwarber over 1/2 a total base. Turner over at 1.5 total bases. Harper, Schwarber, Turner to double. Harper, Schwarber, Turner to home run. So at the end of this episode, make sure you do check out the comments section. You just see a link to the Google Sheets. These Google Sheets will have all of our plays from today, all season long for baseball. Also, when you get in there, there will be 4 slight tutorial here. Sheet 1 is football last year. Sheet 2 is baseball this year and all the playoff bets on this particular game. Sheet 3 is football this year, and Sheet 4 is basketball for this year. So we had a monster day yesterday in baseball, even though the Astros didn't come through. But we hit basically the batter props, pitching, a lot of pitching props. And then the Phillies just absolutely smoked it for us in yesterday's game. So, like I said, we've had a great year in baseball. We're having a really good year in football. This last week was a little crazy. Of course, the NFL Monday night didn't help us at all. But make sure you get a chance to check all that out. You can, like I said, see all of our bets. You'll basically, when you get into the Google Sheets, you're going to see a few different things. A, the bets. 2, what juice we got those at. 3, how many units we laid on those. And 4, what book we placed them at. And then, obviously, the results as well on that one. But, give you a good idea of, if you like some of these bets, maybe you looked at them in a different book and they're not as advantageous as what we have, or vice versa. So if you get a better line than what I get, absolutely awesome. I'm not going to get the best line every time. It's not like I don't sell the stock at the highest price all the time either. So, yeah, no question about that. Make sure you do that. And as always, if you could subscribe and get notifications to the YouTube channel, so when we drop our bets, you get those first. It makes it really simple. When you subscribe to the channel, every time we lay down bets and we post those, you're going to get notified in your little subscriptions tab. You click into that. You click into sports bets for free. You're right there. You get to see all of our bets. Watch the videos. Watch the best bets. All that kind of great stuff. So we do put out best bets for all kinds of sports: college football, baseball, basketball, NFL football, NBA basketball, Formula One, English Premier League, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you get a chance to check that out. Subscribe to the channel and get all that information first. It's not like we don't drop 20 videos a day, but you're probably going to get a few to let you know what we're playing and what we're putting our money on. I do appreciate everybody's support as always, and look forward to seeing you in the next episode.